Last week, we talked about being misdiagnosed and how a label can keep you stuck while your body is asking for something different. Today, I want to flip that script because what if some of the things you're doing to help your immune system are actually part of the problem? If you're the person who keeps catching whatever's going around, if you stay sick longer than everyone else, if you feel like you never quite bounce back, this episode is for you. I'm going to walk you through 5 everyday habits most women don't even think about that quietly weaken your immune defenses. And the last one, habit number 5, is the real lever. It changes everything. By the end of this video, you'll understand why sleep doesn't always restore the way it should, how healthy eating can quietly overload your body, what ignoring your body's signals really does to your defenses, the hidden drains inside your home that poke holes in your shield, and why doing all the things doesn't work until you stop guessing and start checking what actually fits your body. If you've ever whispered, "Why do I always get sick? I wish I could just figure this out," then this is your clarity moment. I'm Janelle, creator of Simple Health Test. For decades, I've watched women get dismissed, overwhelmed, and stuck in trial and error. I built a way to cut through the noise so your body, not the internet, can lead you to what actually works. So let's dive in. Habit number 1, you're sleeping, but you're not restoring. Let me tell you about Carla. She was disciplined, in bed by 10, shut the screens off, never used caffeine after lunch. On paper, her habits were great, but at 2:14 a.m., she was awake again, mind racing, staring at the clock, silently wondering, why does this keep happening? Here's the truth. Sleep is ours, restoration is repair. Think of it like this. Your body runs a night crew. Their job is to sweep out inflammation, calm your nerves, patch the cracks from the day. But when another system is screaming louder, your digestion that never finished, hormones that are off, irritants in your environment, that night crew never really clocks in. That's why you can log 8 hours and still wake up like your phone sat on the charger all night, but only shows 23%. Carla told me mornings felt like trying to walk through wet cement. Once she uncovered her body's real needs and stopped forcing more sleep hacks, her nights actually began to restore. She didn't change her bedtime routine. She cleared the roadblocks that her body was struggling with. Imagine falling asleep easily, your body powering down instead of fighting fires. Imagine waking up with steady energy, not wired, but calm and ready. Imagine walking into your kitchen without needing caffeine as life support. Sleep quality isn't just about time in bed. Sleep helps to restore you when your body has the ability to repair, which leads us to habit number 2. You're overloading on healthy stuff. Tina's counter looked like a health aisle exploded. Half used jars, powders in 5 colors, bottles of oils, wellness shots lined up across the counter. Every morning, she blended her routine. Every afternoon, she felt heavy, bloated, and foggy, and she still caught every bug her kids brought home. Here's what was happening. Her body was overloaded with too much of the wrong, good stuff, not junk, good things, but things that didn't fit her body right now. Even the cleanest foods can quietly backfire if your body isn't asking for them. Think of it like this. Garlic might be medicine for one woman, but cause chaos for another. Quinoa might fuel your best friend, but leave you inflamed. Even so called superfoods can drag you down if the mix is off. Another woman told me her immune smoothie puffed her belly by noon. She thought, what's wrong with me? Nothing was wrong. Her body just didn't want that combination she kept forcing. Once Tina cleared out what her body wasn't using and kept only what fit, everything lightened. Her belly calmed, her head cleared. She didn't feel like she was always on the edge of catching something. More isn't better. The right fit is better. If you've ever said, look, I eat clean, I still get sick all the time, you're not alone. The real issue might be that you're supporting areas that don't need help and overloading the ones that do. Tina now knows how to evaluate what will support her body and what she needs to avoid. No more guessing and wondering whether or not something will help. Listen, if your immune system is tired after doing everything right, download the free scorecard. In 60 seconds, you'll uncover the 7 biggest red flags keeping women over 40 second guessing their health and see exactly what to do next. I'll drop the link below this video. Okay, habit number 3, you're ignoring the signals. Most women I work with live busy lives. They don't have the luxury of slowing down. They're raising kids, working full time, taking care of parents, running households, and like me, they can function in that rhythm as long as your body is tuned up on the inside. The problem isn't that you're busy. The problem is when your body is trying to wave a little flag and you don't know how to read it. That's the problem. Maybe you get night sweats, or your brain won't shut down when you're trying to sleep, or you keep catching every bug. Those are your body's dashboard lights. They're telling you something inside needs attention. If you don't know what that is, you end up guessing. You drink more coffee, you take more supplements, you try random immune boosters. Meanwhile, the real problem is still running the show. When I help women tune up what's happening on the inside, suddenly they realize their busy life was never the problem. They can handle colds going around, late nights, early mornings, because their immune system isn't fragile anymore. Imagine knowing exactly what that little flag means and being able to address it before your system crashes. Your body doesn't need perfection, it needs clarity. Once you have that clarity, your body runs smoothly and supports you even on the busiest days, no matter what's going around. Sometimes the problem isn't even you, it's the environment you live in, which brings us to habit number 4. Your environment is draining you. You can be doing everything right on the outside, eating clean, getting rest, supporting your body, but outside factors can still chip away at your immune system. Your body has this protective shield, which acts as your first line of defense. Sometimes it's not your food or your sleep that's even the problem. It's the little exposures you live in every single day. Think plug-ins, dryer sheets, think fragrances in your products and cleaners. Think about stale indoor air that never really moves. For some women, EMFs or a dusty filter is enough to tip them over. Lisa's routine was spotless. Great food, quality supplements, regular movement, but her house was stressing her immune system without even realizing it. Once Lisa had a way to realize what was causing the distress, everything changed. Fewer sinus flares, fewer mystery fatigue afternoons where she felt dragged down for no reason. Another woman said her nose clogged every time she walked into her bedroom. Once she knew how to identify the culprit, in her case, it was her pillow. She felt like she could breathe again in just a few days. Your immune system is like a paper shield. The more holes you poke, the weaker it becomes. We don't always notice the little things in our environment, but they stack and compound. Your environment on the outside is just as important as the inside to your immune system. Imagine your environment supporting you, helping you restore instead of draining you. And now, the habit that changes everything. Habit number 5, you're guessing instead of listening. This is the quiet habit that keeps women stuck, sometimes for years. You're not lazy. You've done the cleanses, you've bought the vitamins, you've made the smoothies, you followed the checklists, but you keep thinking, if I just keep trying, something has got to work. And still, you catch what's going around more often than you should. You stay sick longer than makes sense. You feel tired on days that should feel normal. The real problem isn't your effort. The real problem is Not knowing, you're guessing. One woman said to me, I've spent thousands, I've tried everything. Nothing works for me. The truth was hard to hear and freeing at the same time. She had no way to check whether what she was doing actually fit her body. She was following great advice, but for the wrong person. She was following yesterday's plan for today's needs. You can keep trying and hope something sticks, but it only works when it fits. You don't need more immune checklists. You need clarity, a way to let your body have a say without waiting on another appointment or scrolling another list of product reviews. That's why I created this simple health test, a body led approach. Picture yourself standing in your living room, being able to identify your body's needs, what will help support those needs, and what you should avoid that's contributing to the problems. Decisions you can make in minutes, not months, with confidence and clarity. Your immune system, it's not broken. It's tired of issues that are interfering, carrying things that don't fit, creating more holes in your shield. When you let your body lead and weigh in, you stop getting blindsided and you start bouncing back and being protected. Here's a quick recap. If your immune system feels like it's always a step behind, run through these 5 checks. Are you sleeping or are you actually restoring? Is your nutrition aligned or are you overloading yourself with the wrong good things? Are you ignoring your body's signals or do you know how to read them and respond before they snowball? Is your environment supporting you or quietly poking more holes in your shield? And most important, are you still guessing or are you finally letting your body have a say? If this is landing and you want a simple first step, download the free scorecard. In 60 seconds, you'll uncover the 7 biggest red flags keeping women over 40 second guessing their health and know exactly what to do next. I'll drop the link below this video. But if you know you want to dive deeper, save your seat for my next free class. You'll leave knowing exactly how to stop guessing and start knowing. I'll link that below for you too. And if this felt like truth, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss next week's episode. We're breaking down why sleep doesn't always equal restoration and what to do about it. You're not crazy. You're not broken. You've been carrying advice that didn't fit you. Let's change that. I'll see you in the next one. And if you missed last week's video on being misdiagnosed, go watch that next. It'll make this click even more.